Wingy Things FPV.
Hello and welcome to Wingy Things FPV. Today's flight isn't one of my long-range monsters or my camera planes. This is my Durafly De Havilland Vampire. This is a project I've been working on over the winter period here in the UK. It started off life as a Durafly Vampire, which is a 1.1 meter wingspan EDF jet. It's had a couple of modifications done to it: uprated ESC, uprated motor, uprated fan unit, and a new paint scheme, which I'm still not 100% sure I like. Other things that have been updated on this is standard. It comes with no flight controller. It now has a F411WE or SE, something like that. It's the Matek Mini 411 wing dedicated flight controller. The camera on board is the Foxeer Razer Mini, which is a little tiny Foxeer. Their new budget camera works quite well, and instead of running the DVR from my goggles, on board the aircraft has the Runcam Mini S DVR recorder, so it's 480p, but it also means that I don't get any of the static from my goggles. This aircraft does provide lots of interference because of the heavy ampage motor. The cockpit on this has been kind of re-decaled a little bit just because I was bored of looking at a blank interior. Not entirely practical having the canopy on, but I do like the way it looks when it's flying, and it also gives you a bit of a different flight experience when you're flying around. Other things, well, new to me on this, it now has a pan servo, just so I can look around on the FPV. I mean, it's not necessary, but it makes a huge difference and also quite fun flying around, having a look around from a jet, especially with the RAF rondels. That there was the clip point for the DVR. The Runcam only records in 5-minute segments, so a couple of frames lost, so I apologise for that. This is one of our flying sites here. This is a Surrey site actually, called Thursley. A really nice open place to fly, not really ideal for jets, but it's got enough of a runway just about to land, but it also has some beautiful views. I've flown mostly long range aircraft here, but today we thought, do you know what, let's see if it flies. The beginning of the footage you just saw there, the Vampire does use a catapult to get into the air. It really is a bit of a pig to hand launch. I know some people do it, not entirely sure how they manage it, to be perfectly honest. We've tried hand launching it and this thing has crashed more times than I care to mention and has broken apart into many different pieces. Actually, in the next flight of this at Thursley, I managed to forget where I was going, and I lowered the airspeed too much near the EDFs. If you lower the airspeed too much, especially going downwind, it takes a while for them to kind of re-spool up. So I ended up in a tree. The other problem with the Hobby King Vampire is this is the Mark 1 variant of their Vampire. They did a second kind of iteration, which was a Canadian version scheme. This came out of the factory with the rondels, but the rear booms don't have any reinforcement at all. So what I've done is I've reinforced it with carbon fibre, but they're still pretty weak because they're just big bits of foam. So I did break off one of the booms in that crash, but it has now been fixed again. Definitely recommend as a first ADF aircraft. You just have to remember a couple of things. Keep the speed on. Keep your wits about you, and you have to land fairly fast. The Vampire is fairly good at landing, but you just have to be a bit careful. Sorry for rambling on a little bit, but thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, please subscribe to my channel. Have a good one.